I'm the first child from home. It has been infused that you're going to have to take responsibility one day. So if you're going to chicken out, at least let us know now. My dad is a prophet. He's the official MC in his office. His colleagues always called him Americana. I would say the talent was in the family, so nobody really bashed me for it. I remember taking up my first job as a waiter. It depends on how you feel like you might want to project yourself. I like to do these pun things, that's PUN more. When you play on words like Cop we get ID, if you jam out for road, now Cupid, you go call him. The tune is heading to the north. For pigeon, a tune the head not be that. You won't be far that, but for inside, you get your begotten son. So far, so good. Public relations has helped in that aspect. I'll give props to the owners, the folks that have played their roles in my life, be it whether we have a good relationship or a bad one. It's a big shout out to Giorizo. One of the weeks I was running away, he just puts the mic in my hand. And it's like, start hyping.
And welcome to another exciting, beautiful episode of Unscripted Seat, your one-stop shop for raw, pure, and unscripted conversations. It is your girl once again, Z of The Good Life, and I am never, ever, ever alone. I have the Ankara Queen herself, odogwu wife.
Yes, babe.
The beautiful, the delectable, Debby Billion.
Hello.
You look so good.
Thank you.
I want to eat you. I meant that literally, though. I actually meant that literally. Also, we have Utonwa,
Chai Daddy,
Shawarma,
Professor,
our sugar daddy of the house, the one and only chocolate.
Stop it, I like it.
Edafe, the mouthpiece.
Gracias. Let me do like this models. Gracias.
Mouthpiece. What's going on?
Thank you very much.
And of course, we are never ever alone. We have a wonderful guest in our midst today. He's an entertainer. He's a celebrity hype man and MC. He is a thespian. I will never forget that one. He's a thespian because I know this because I know what he studied in school. Yes. We have with us Captain Jeff.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Captain Jeff.
Good day.
Good
Don't
day.
know the time.
Yes, we don't know the time, actually. Good day, Captain Jeff.
Good day.
And so today we are talking about something that it is so common. A lot of you will be saying, school na scam. Today, we are proving to you that school no be scam. We are unpacking the real value of education. Many a times people believe that, I want to go into entertainment and I don't need to go to school. I don't need to go to school. Well, today we are telling you the main reason why you need an education as an entertainer. And of course, not forgetting our amazing sponsors, Ico Gas and Uwawa Restaurant, and our wonderful 80s Glam for these beats we have on our faces. All right, so Captain Jeff.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on to us. All right. So beyond being an entertainer, beyond being what you are right now, what's one skill that you learned in school, or what's one skill you acquired in school that is showing up in your life on a day-to-day basis?
That would be public relations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, aside being a thespian, I self-taught myself into public relating, and I had created a brand out of it. Still gives me fond memories. Black Titan, that's what it was called.
Oh, wow.
And it was like a PR agency. I had worked with very brilliant people. I still work with them, but on like a different level right now.
Okay,
So yeah, it's public relations.
Public relations, and that's something that the average entertainer just believes that, I don't need to learn this. I don't need to study this.
Well, it depends on how you feel like you might want to project yourself. For me, I like to do certain things by myself because I feel like I'm the one that should best bring whatever I have in mind in terms of how I want to push the brand. So far so good. Public relations has helped in that aspect. I get to think of my publicity ideas or sometimes the strategies I use on social media to promote my brand or my personality.
Now we see the real value of education. See now, exactly. He's an MC, he's a comedian, but see the way he's speaking.
People do not
I'm
see
telling
this
you,
side.
I'm trying not to do make a no even show. Say I know really, but then it's fine.
Wait, do I really sound like that? People do that. Come on.
Yes, I do.
People like this are intelligent comedians. We know too many. We know too many.
Mouthpiece,
I know
what you
haters we hate.
So now I'm a hater.
Yes,
Abi?
them not too many actually. He's a very intelligent, very intelligent comedian. In fact, they are both intelligent comedians. Even I myself, I get shocked sometimes when Mouthpiece says something like,
Actually,
Yeah, you be like, how did you think of that?
Bite
Like,
me, bite me,
bro,
bite
does
me.
that sometimes.
It got pride.
nothing to your shoulder, nothing to your shoulder. That's actually so nice. So tell us, what is one subject that you were taught in school that you did not expect you would see in your everyday life?
Literature in English.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it has to be. I like to do these pun things, that's PUN more. I like to play on words, and sometimes it happens in quick motion. So you could be having a conversation. I did nonchalantly other times. Maybe I could want to maybe try out something I might have written down, and I could be talking with friends. Sometimes you do not do this. I just put it okay, I want to see this person's reaction. So I just infuse it and it just comes out okay, well, good. So you could say something like this happens whenever I hype. When you play on words like cup we get ID, if you jam out for a Cupid, you go call him. So that's a cup with an ID card, and it's not a person thing when you put it together. That kind of thing, Sha.
That's nice. Actually, I never expected to find certain things I learned in school. Like, what am I doing with the simultaneous equation? But then,
wait, you use simultaneous equation in your everyday life? How? How's that possible?
you never can
For
tell
your ex. And why are you
exactly. Do you get?
That's a really good joke. Okay,
You see, I use it in everyday life.
so you're speaking
Finding
for your
ex.
ex.
Not anymore.
Why.
If the ex is rich, they can actually look for
Not
him.
anymore.
No,
Why?
sometimes it doesn't happen all the time.
All right, that's actually so nice. So it's literature and English.
Yeah,
for you.
literature and English. for me.
Please tell us, what is that one subject that you did not expect to find?
I would say literature, because in entertainment, you have to be very, very intelligent. You have to think outside the box.
True.
Yeah, to be able to entertain, because just like what Captain Jeff said, so many people feel like as an entertainer, you are not intelligent. The king of comedy actually have a master's degree. And if you listen to his kind of jokes, which I have also listened to Captain Jeff, it centers around intelligent persons. You have to think.
You have to be smart.
You have to be
it.
extremely smart for you to be able to get the point. So from the way he's speaking too, it shows that school no really be scam.
At all.
If you feel say, biro, light, try shovel.
You know, one of these days, I feel like we should have Mouthpiece as a guest.
Yeah.
He's dropping some.
dropping some
pebbles,
If you say barrel lights, carry shovel.
Carry shovel.
Carry shovel. That will make me read for school.
So how has life been after school?
Life after school. Should I say I've been prepared for it?
Oh, wow.
Yes, my dad does not a little bit. He does it a lot. Hash telling, truth facts. He just shows it in your face.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're prepared for it. So I'm the first child from home, and already it has been infused that you're going to have to take responsibility one day. So if you're going to chicken out, at least let us know now. That was how it was placed before me. So as at my 400 level, I was already preparing for life after school, and I remember taking up my first job as a waiter. Fun times. I mean, it was at first you might think it's degrading, especially how most of these customers as at the time, how they relate with you. They always felt that this guy is here. They are somewhat beneath us in terms of social, education, finance. And it's only up to you to put it to them that, okay, you might have this money, but I'm not really that dullhead you think I am. I know that I'm in my final year now. So every once in a while, I had to throw that reminder because these guys just want to be, for some reason, they want to be rude.
And
But sometimes you have to speak for yourselves. All that time, you just keep quiet, let it go, that kind of thing. So I was prepared for life after school. But the trajectory is what is shocking. More like, because I had to put in that public relating I learned in school. For the place I worked as a waiter, after school I left and I came back and I'm like, you guys do not have a public relations office and you need it for this kind of business because I know customers will complain, and why don't you want to have an intermediary that is always there to listen to them? So that was how it started out. I created the office there for them, and from there, it's quite rude. I'd always say I'll give props to the owners, the folks that have played their roles in my life, be it whether we have a good relationship or a bad one. There's one who, I do not know where we stand, but he's proud, definitely wherever he is right now. He's in the UK, I know.
Oh, wow.
He was the one that pushed me to the mic. So he's like, Jeff, you already speak to people. Now we want you to do it on a bigger scale. And I'm like, don't make me do this, sir. I'm like, don't make it. He's like, no, Jeff, you should try it. You should try it. So one of the weeks I was running away, he just puts the mic in my hand and he's like, start hyping. You can't do that. It's a full place. I don't even know what I'm doing. But yeah, we guidance. Big shout out to the Giorizu. All of these guys play their roles. So life after school, different parts, but one goal. We're doing well so far. We thank God.
We can actually tell that you're doing pretty well. And now I'm wondering, life after school, he put the mic in your hand. How did you eventually say, this is what I want to do?
Like this is
it. It felt good. It's always nice when there are reactions from the audience. But where the problem now stands is there are lots of guys with the mic, but how many people can they listen to or will they want to listen to? So that was a question I had to answer. That was what pointed me in this path. I'm an MC by heart, but in the city that we are, if you're going to want to hold the mic, if you're going to get a chance, more prominence is given to either a hype man or a comedian. If you come up in the market and say you're just a street MC, they see you as this English-speaking guy that doesn't fit the terrain. So it's a problem for you. That's how I used to be a lyricist also. It's lots of talents in just one man.
So talented.
So I'm like, the rap style I had in school back then, I went with the name J-Wiz. Really good tracks out, actually. I've not pushed them. But I had to sort of make it the Benin style hype. And that's how the whole hype journey started.
Okay, now I am like, I feel like telling him to drop something. Actually, Benin style, I do something
with the rap thingy. Let me see.
Yes,
so that cup we get ID style. Let's just give the full verse. It's an immense van. So it goes. Cup we get ID. If you jam am for road, now Cupid, you go call am. You say you sabi Haruna, but you know no saying name can't be Haruna. Soldier ants we bite person for neck. That one a wicked militant. Engineer we they always say hi. Supposed to be aeronautic engineer, my guy. My guy like say you know chop I am. I don't think you know who I am. If this beats mistake by your phone, if they ask me, I go call am Beethoven. See, the tune is heading to the north. For pigeon, a tune the head not be that. The tune is heading to the north. For pigeon, a tune the head not be that. Oh yeah, DNA we sabi ABC. Now to quick load down like 1, 2, 3. If you want carry and go military, plenty legs go match a millipede. You won't be father, but for inside you get your begotten son. How come? And if they ask the mama, she go talk say na Holy Ghost run out for him.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Okay.
So that's a lot of play on words.
That's so nice.
Wonderful.
Quick question. I'm still going to come back to this. And being an MC, being a hype man, is not the most accepted kind of job. It's not the most, and it's not something that people stay and say, "Oh, this is what I want to do for
life."
How and why did that happen? Yes, you loved it, but eventually, I'm sure, even from home, did you at any point feel like, or did anybody at any point tell you that you were not being serious with your life?
My dad is a prophet.
Oh wow!
He's the official MC in his office.
Oh.
So somehow I already had forehand education because following him to school and work as at those days, his colleagues always called him Americana.
Okay.
And I was always wondering why. I knew he had the kind of accents to his words. And this comes from all of the many American films that he had at home. So while he was watching movies, I watched with him. I think that's why all my English is kind of like clean, minus the education thingy.
Yeah.
But then, I would say the talent was in the family, so nobody really bashed me for it. Even if mom was all about, don't you want any government job, submit this, and I'm like, if only this woman knows sometimes I earn what these government guys try to earn in a month. It comes in 2 weekends for me sometimes. 1 weekend brings the other times 2 weekends.
God so forth now.
This hope is there on the wall.
Integrity and consistency.
Yes. So that's the only soap that for us.
If I was, nobody really bashed me at home for it.
Okay.
But if you're going to want to earn the good bag, that's where the education comes in. It's how you package yourself. These clients sometimes judge of how you speak from the first interaction. So if you have these blunder kind of speaking, or your English is not as clean as that, and you're going to want to charge that particular client, say 300,000, 500,000, already she's like, nah. Of course, in their thoughts, now person way they talk like this, I want to pay this kind of amount.
Sure, say you fit deliver.
Especially when they know the kind of guests they are expecting. So packaging wise, education played a lot because it furnished me, polished me. Theater, I learned, of course, I'm a theater artist. Theater management has done its own course. It has helped in how I've done my shows with the tools I use. These are things that my lecturers taught me back in school. Honestly, if I didn't go to school, I wouldn't know this. So there are certain things that you find in the four walls of a classroom you can't find outside. And vice versa. Life will show you certain things
that you couldn't have seen in school.
But Dark Bali, as much as you feel like you won't use it in this country, it's very necessary. Because while you're introducing yourself, he just spoke about the father of comedy having a master's degree. If you're introducing him today, you're going to have to call all of his achievements.
Yes, true.
So now, if somebody like that, after you've heard his lineup of achievement, that tells you, for me to speak at your event, you're going to pay me 5 million.
5 million. You definitely.
It will be a beg because you know he deserves it.
Yes.
There's the school to show, there's the doings to show. He has the track record of being a very good one. So if it was just talent alone, I don't think. Yes, talent takes you far.
Yeah.
Especially if there's grace involved.
Yeah.
But with that Bali, it's like an extra something.
Yeah.
In case you don't know what he's calling Bali.
The certificate.
That paper.
Very necessary. Very necessary. Yeah.
Right.
Then I think I'll answer this question here today. Folks have asked how I ended up with a dread. Folks have known me from school time think I lost my good boy manners after school.
But you used to have
that.
normal hair and not dread?
This is my normal hair.
Okay, yeah, I'm asking like...
always been like this.
Have you always had dreads on?
No, I wasn't born with it. I'd always been on low. Afro. I've just tried different hands.
Wow.
But when I made the decision to become an MC, I needed something to call attention without me speaking. And I know I'm in a highly judgmental society.
Exactly.
So I've been around certain folks. They've seen me on low cut, no reaction. They've seen me on afro, no reaction. I've tried out the galas, no reaction. I've relaxed my hair to a certain extent, no reaction. And I'm like, okay, I think dreads should call this guy's attention. And true to word, the very first day I did it, I remember, I don't want to put out his name, but as at that time, the PA to Oshomole, he calls me and he's like, Jeff, what's your problem? Don't you see the kind of guys you work with? I'm like, sir, this was what I was reacting. This is what I was looking for. It's like, what do you mean? I said I want to be an MC. That was the first time I had said it out. It's like, what do you think you want to talk about? I said, sir, leave that one for me, but this reaction you've given me, this negative thing, it's now up to me to change your mind as at the time I'm done with whatever I want to do on the mic. And that's what it has been. So it just kind of stuck.
That's nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the fact that you knew what you wanted. You
And you
called
kept
for the
going for it,
attention.
like,
and then you got to
this
And
is
I've
it.
always wanted to put earrings, but
maybe you should.
Mouthpiece,
You could
want
try
Yes.
it. It will look good on you.
Yes,
Who
it
doesn't
will.
want attention?
It will look good on
Earrings.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
You could try the studs
Okay.
though.
Okay.
In case you don't want it permanent.
I just want to pierce it.
wow.
I just want people to
This
just
has
feel like,
turned into an
finally
advice
doing
session.
that.
yeah, exactly. Then when
Okay.
you hear me, then you know that okay, this is not actually who he
What
is.
he
Please,
is.
what should I try?
I don't know. The Ankara thing is working for you.
Oh,
already.
thank you,
But I cut
thank
my
you.
hair, so I think this is enough.
Yeah, I think everybody has one.
Yeah, everybody has what works for them. Yes, and
Okay.
it actually does work perfectly.
Okay, so I'm actually curious. What is that one adulting skill that you unintentionally learned in the university?
I learned this one outside the university, how to manage money.
Interesting.
I'll be honest with you. And that came the first time my sister called me for money. And I could not give.
Oh, first child responsibility.
First child, that was the wake up call. So she's like, Brother Jeffrey, I need to pay for this thing. I'm like, Why I was like, was because a day prior I had a lot. But one thing, phew, got
Money is
finished.
gone.
So she calls and I'm like, I would have easily paid this thing. That was the wake up call. I just, you know what, Jeff, you're going to have to learn to not spend too much. So thanks to Mom, see, I know how to cook. Even if certain people don't believe it. But yeah,
Material,
Yes,
500
women like this part.
5,000
Whenever they hear
It's-
a man that
A
can cook.
man can cook.
Exactly.
And you can manage money. What else?
he had to learn.
Let's
Sha.
increase that 10,000
Exactly. What are we saying? Don't worry, we're not marrying you off to anybody.
No, no,
But
no,
in
no.
case you want him, yeah, you can send a DM.
Send a comment, okay?
Send your comment and
Tell
I'm the
us.
middleman. I'm the
No,
middleman.
please,
Send
I
the
am
DM
the
to me.
middleman.
Don't
wait,
drag man just
what's
now.
happening?
Now.
What's happening here?
Groom price.
Okay. We can't.
There's already a groom price.
Yes, now.
We have set
The
a price
for
for
you
you
Already full
already.
price. 2 indomie, 2 egg.
No, I'm not.
dread.
Come on.
It's dread.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm not that cheap.
Come on.
There are standards to this. Man.
So yeah, like you mentioned that the king of comedy stands out on his own based on the fact that he's educated. Even you
Yeah.
yourself, and even Mouthpiece here, you stand out because
Yeah.
you're very educated and the kind of comedy that you do. So we know that you guys are successful and you're educated, but then there are other people who did not go to school and they are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
What do you think differentiates those people? And what's the major difference between those who are actually successful, though not educated, and those who are educated?
and successful.
I'll go spiritual on this one. It's just that grace, man. It's just that grace. And the best thing about the grace, it doesn't look at anybody's face. It doesn't care if you're educated, if you're deserving of it, if you merit it at some point. It just comes. Sometimes we see cases in Nigeria. I mean, am I allowed to throw names?
Yeah.
Okay, good. There's a Charlie Poppy somewhere in this country.
True.
Now, I'm not insulting when I say I do not know his educational level. I do not know. I've not really paid attention or heed to it. But the grace he has put him on a very high level. Now, that kind of grace makes people not look at the rest. Because at the moment you're doing well, there's proof, the numbers are counting,
Yeah.
There's
all of these
evidence.
things. So I don't think he want to answer the question to you if he finished or not.
Yeah, it
Could be a personal conviction for him and say,
Yeah.
oh, I think I want to further. We've also had instances of
Yes,
entertainers that
true.
felt,
Yes.
oh, I think I can
There's
go
a
back
need
to
to
school
do
now.
that.
I can afford it, that kind of thing. But grace plays like a very huge role in the difference.
Yeah.
And then I think another thing is if you have good people around you, if you're not educated and you have honest people around you, people that look out for your best interests, the educated ones that look out for your best interests, that also play a very good role. Some educated people have very bad people around them.
That's true.
And it tells in their actions.
That's true.
They might not want to put out this kind of message, but because they are being asked to do this, to move like this by so-called professionals, sometimes it goes against their own ideas. But because they feel like they are under someone's management, they have to do what this person is saying.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's why I don't really like to fault what people do in public or with their public image, because Most times
Sometimes
they're not the
it's
ones
not
pulling
even
the strings.
them.
Then another difference, if your talent is very unique,
Uniqueness.
Exactly.
yeah, unique, the whole uniqueness of
stand
talent,
out.
Talent,
yeah,
yeah.
You're
it
unique.
plays its role in today's world.
So whether you're educated or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So someone could carry his phone and have this very good talent, and he puts it on social media. Maybe one video goes very viral. He drops another one, and it almost replicates the same action. Then they continue like that. They've gotten numbers, they've gotten influence, they've gotten views, and of course, it's reflecting the account.
True. That's
Okay.
true.
All right. So, did getting a degree, having that, what do you call it?
Bali, yeah.
Did it give you some form of confidence
Exactly.
boost when you got into the outside
Yeah. So
world?
to get the Bali, I worked for it.
It's like this. Nothing to my shoulder.
My shoulder.
Now my shoulders are very high.
Nothing to my shoulder. I just
Nah,
graduated.
for real.
Like ghost.
I was grilled properly, yeah. I did presentations in class where I had to stand in front of a panel, stand in front of people that just want to grill you for grilling purpose.
Yeah.
They want to be mischievous.
You know the story.
Yeah, great Uniben.
Uniben, great
So big shout out to my classmates, man. All of these guys have played their roles without even knowing.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember then in dance class, they always hated me being stage manager because the whole pidgin communication thing is not really sticky for me.
Okay.
Yes, I do the whole pidgin thing on the mic most times when I read the kind of crowd.
Okay.
But other times I'm more comfortable with the English.
English.
So at rehearsals, they're like, I beg Jeff, stop it. No. Group leader, talk. Because I'm like, guys, you need to. What are you speaking English for?
So you have actually been speaking like this way back from your school.
Yeah. Way back primary school, secondary school.
Like he
Primary
said,
school.
his dad had a great
Yeah,
influence.
there was that
He
influence
speaks.
already.
Sincerely, if I was actually your classmate, I would invest for you.
They still vex for
So
me.
you
It's just that now I had to transform
If he
the
wants to
energy
talk, like,
money.
hey, that's
Like you would rather.
That was always reaction.
don't
So
start.
you're in front of class, all of those. My final year project, because of how I speak, I was cast as the main actor for the main this thing, and my HOD was the one in charge of that class. I remember her telling us in rehearsal that boy already has his A, and that was because I think I just got into character properly. So yes, the speaking aided it. It was a Black American drama.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What was the title I'd play? But Walter Lee was the lead character. And it was about the American dream, something like that.
okay.
From a black family.
Wow.
I think I would love to watch you on stage someday.
I want to see me on stage someday.
I was going to ask if you plan on coming back on stage.
Yes.
Not with the mic.
Not with the mic, as an
As an
actor. Recently, with my skits, I've been playing different characters.
I noticed.
And it's an experimental phase. I spoke to a friend, Subsidy, and Subsidy is like, guy, this is your series. It's like really good. If only you can portray more, be more flexible. And I'm grateful for the guys I have around me, man. I'm grateful for all of them.
I actually watched one of your skits and I never saw that coming when you were in a hurry, taking your clothes, taking everything. I was
That's why it was viral.
I was expecting, where is this guy come? Then the next thing, he just said, he get breeze, we just enter the room. I was like,
You did not expect that.
That came in 2 minutes of insufferable heat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a very hot afternoon. I like to stay at home. I don't want to throw the word I'm an introvert because of the job. But actually, I am. Once the mic is off my hand and I'm done, once I say goodbye, I go to the client. Congratulations, thank you. Pew, I'm out. So I was on my bed. Intense sweat. It was hot. Like, what if Pacific just trapped this breeze where I just feel? Then I can shoot this.
And then you picked up your
I called my friend. I'm like, Alpha guy, you're the director. So the idea is, this is what I'm doing here. Your own is you're confused. Why are you asking? Like, why is this rushing? Why is this rushing? Then I hit that line. And just move.
and first, what I was thinking, I be one sheet. Maybe you rush. But I never said that coming. So at what moment did you realize that school no really be scam?
Those kind of ideas come. If you're talented, you can build on it. If you're talented, you won't miss it because it takes a certain kind of skill to know this. If you put this on this kind of skill, yeah. For me, all of the rehearsals I had done in class, being a director at some points, being a stage manager, theater management, all of this class, media broadcasting. There's this ingrained teaching in there when they teach you how to know hints of what might just work for you.
Okay.
There's this lecturer that always yells in class. There's a difference between hearing and listening. His name is Mr. Wekpe. Like, you only hear, you don't listen. That's why you miss these messages. And I'm like, wait, he's actually very correct. Because these things come and you only hear them, but you don't listen to know, okay, there's these insights that you might miss in there.
True.
So coordination-wise, education has played its role for me. I might have had the talent, but I might have not have known that,
This
should have been put into it. So the grilling, the dances, the acting, all of the environment that I was thrust in, all of those late night rehearsals and all, they help me now, because sometimes at work I work overtime and you're tired, but already my mind is trained. It's entertainment and the show must go on. So if you break an arm and you're still on stage, that broken arm goes into character. How do you choose to use it? So yes, education has played this role for me in all of those trainings.
Yeah.
Nice. So like you mentioned a lecturer, and I was actually going to head there. Which, is there a lecturer or professor
Any other
or
one?
teacher, even if it is that one,
Yeah.
that their teachings have shifted your perspective in life after school? After school, you remember this person and be like, this person told me this, and
Okay,
this
so
is here.
I'm a grateful person, so I'll go far back. Let's go all the stages.
All right.
Primary school, Mr. George.
Okay.
He was a Ghanaian. He was my classroom teacher, but mostly maths teacher.
Okay.
And he taught me with the numbers thingy. So, look, I think I'm good with numbers. Look, but it's all thanks to that man. At the point, maths used to be the worst for me. Hated it. I mean, so I ended up in art class.
Okay.
Then secondary school would be Mrs. Moji Warner. I'd spoken about her. And she was my literature and English teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she made us learn of these poems, and I think that as well has built my lyricism, because all these rhyme schemes, A, B.
B.
Sometimes I dare put it out there. Hype people do not really know all of this. Sometimes they do not know. The ones that know what it is that you're doing, which education helps them see, know, there's a rhyme scheme in here, and it doesn't necessarily have to be at the end. It could be in the center, it could be here. So how you choose to place your rhymes, literature and English played that role for me. So it's all thanks to Mrs. Mojowana. Then in the university, Dr. Mrs. Abe. Dr. Mrs. Abe will take the very first accolade. Great woman. Brought me under her wings, showed me the performance thingy in arts. As at that time, I was the gongist in school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was always doing the bang, 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 bang. Yeah, it was like a minimal role as at before I picked up the gong. It was only after I finished that gongist thingy became a thing in theater arts. So that gong took me places. Used it to welcome the emir. Took me to the VC's house. Took me to stage on first time on the podium at the auditorium. Then Mrs. Mokonye, she made me act all of these short dramas. You know, when you're talking, say no to drugs, all of those things. It was theater artists that were put in charge of that. So she made me do these things. At a point, it was inescapable. I could not run from it again. So she like, go and call that boy. Yes, that boy.
Go and call him.
So yes, Mrs. Mokonye, then Mr. Mudiaga. Mr. Mudiaga, he taught me the essence of what the theater should be, performance-wise, and the general like of it. So if you're going to be original with your craft, you're going to have to be original to yourself.
Yeah.
You can't put out what you're not. You can't put out thoughts that are not yours. And these thoughts generally are the ideas that come to you before you now change them into raw content.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you could see repetitive content. When you see repetitive content, just know that person's building on. There's an idea that he's trying to see. He has not just gotten, so he keeps trying. The one with the most reaction will be like, oh, okay, so this should be the good. That kind of thing.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
This is how you know a person that is educated.
So you dance, you act.
I'm a terrible dancer. I dance in my head, but some moves, moves I pull it off.
You're those
some
kind
moves.
of dancers that like dancing.
Oh,
your seat.
Yeah. But when it's really enter body, I just stand up and let it go.
So now there's this thing about hype men. Most of them are always vulgar. So, but I know that your style of hype, because I've listened to you once, would you actually say being a hype man in Nigeria, you have to be vulgar to be able to win the hearts of people?
No, you don't have to be. For me, if I'm on the mic to hype, it's the feel-good factor. I want you to feel good about yourself. So you could be rich, you could be poor, you could be just there. The idea is as soon as I'm done, you should have had a very good time, regardless of what your pocket is telling you.
Sincerely, because some of these hype men, they make you.
You don't like to go out?
We don't.
They'll be like, who carry Corolla no suppose dey here, and the hype man trek come.
That's another one.
You understand?
What did we do?
Well,
We didn't kill anybody.
We are not
these are in their defense, yeah. Just like every entertainment sector has its kind of lingua.
Yeah.
There are linguas that are associated with certain sectors.
Yeah.
Hype men also have theirs. What I might not necessarily like is, don't see one hype man as every hype man.
Yeah.
That's not a fair thing to do.
Yeah.
You've not even given me a fair chance already. I like to clear your doubts, of course. The doubts works for me. But it's really wrong when you just use one umbrella to capture everybody. I had just done a verse and I never said anything vulgar in that verse.
That's true.
I didn't insult anybody.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh, okay. Ooh. You're feeling that's what the art should do.
Yeah.
It should make you feel sad or bad that you came outside and you could only afford a bottle of water. It's what your pocket said at that point. You can't fight it. Me, I can't afford anything for now. That's why I'm here. I'm working.
Did you say you can't afford anything though?
Let's put it there. It's a side
Is that what
statement.
you said?
It's a side statement.
I don't really believe that, but okay.
So, when you just mentioned you don't have to be vulgar, So when did you decide that I'm not going to do I'm not going to tour the?
No, lots of names in my answers. I give props to everybody that plays their roles.
Okay.
Mr. Dele, thank you. I'll look at the camera and say it. He might be shocked.
Okay.
But I did that thing one time at Vice City, and Mr. Dele calls me outside. He's like, "What's your problem? Don't you see the kind of guys here? This is not the kind of place you use such words." Okay. He said, "Jeff, you're doing good, but don't introduce that part to your job. That's not your vibe.
Wow.
You already speak well. You're not a ras boy. You're not a street." At that point, someone who didn't really value what criticisms will be would have flared up and have said, "I'm doing my job now. Am I not making them spend money?" But he struck a chord when he said that, and I'm like, okay, he actually has a point.
That's true.
I do better when I do not throw all of these words, even if I hardly use them. So after that night, I never.
Wow.
I just took it
That
out.
was a strong decision.
Oof, tough.
Very nice.
Tough.
Wow.
The
Really
terrain.
tough.
Don't forget the terrain.
Exactly, because given the locality of where you are, the geographical location, man, that's difficult, man. Because people believe that the hype man must say this thing.
Yeah, he must talk about all of
their money.
objectivity. For me, it pisses me off. I have a sister, and I will not appreciate somebody saying, "Nah,
things.
I could have a problem with you, man."
Wow.
You have really good morals.
Yeah.
Kudos to your mommy.
I have a sister.
Being an
she
MC and a hype man with such morals is rare.
No,
It's my mom. Yes, my mommy.
Every other
My
person
mom-
has played
yeah,
the role.
yeah,
Hi.
But then all of
crazy.
this.
What are the challenges you've faced in the industry as an entertainer? Because obviously I know your style of being an MC and a hype man is totally different from a whole lot of
others.
MCs.
Yeah,
So what are the
different
challenges
from the
you had
regular.
maybe going for a show?
Challenges and difficulties. I promise to be honest. So, gatekeeping is a problem in every sector.
Okay.
It's there in banking, it's there in finance, it's there in the food industry, it's also there in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing because people that have value know what they went through to get that value. So I can't necessarily get angry when I'm looking for this kind of connection, and I know you can give it to me.
Yeah.
But you just chose not to give it to me. First, earlier, I'd have been pissed. In fact, there are times that could have happened. But with time, you'd know you don't just give out certain things like that, especially when you know that person is not ready.
Okay.
You don't know, this person might not just know what to do with this thing that he's asking for right now. It's not like I want to keep it. But he's not just ready. And that could be judged by experience. Oh, this person has gone through this thing, and that's how they met this person in the process. So this boy, he might not have to go through all of those things, but I don't just think it's time. He might misuse the opportunity, which could now have a ripple effect on this person, because now you give her contact.
True.
So that could be a problem for you. But the gatekeeping, there are certain folks that don't just want to give you.
They just
They hoard
They don't just want to give you.
They hoard opportunity.
Like,
It's sad.
sometimes they are bold enough to come and ask you, how did you get in here? I'm like, you
didn't give me
in my mind, I'm like, you have the mind.
Calm down.
No, in my mind, I look and I'm like, you have mind.
But
I won't really still get pissed. In my mind, I'm like, oh, thank God you're not God. Because
if you were
it's
God,
quite clear you really didn't want me here.
Exactly. That is
And for you to come and ask me, you've made it very clear that you're not a big supporter.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. Then there is also no way at some point in the future you're allowed to ever open your mouth and say, we saw him when he was growing up and we gave him ample environment to succeed. Stop lying. I'll come out and say stop lying. I'm that guy. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to call you out.
your full chest.
No, stop lying. No, you didn't give me that opportunity. It came. You are only riding the wave because you feel like you should, or probably you feel like, oh, he's the wave of the moment. So if you speak good about him, you could get. Nah, don't do that here. It doesn't work here. If you didn't play a role, you didn't play a role. Don't steal anybody's spotlight. You see, I've been calling everybody's name. It's because I know what they've done.
Yeah, they've played
Be it bad construction or this, they have just played their own roles. So they all deserve dimensions. So no one should come and claim anything. That's the gatekeeping part. Then the other one, the whole judgment thing, it has to reduce. Not everybody with a dread is a Yahoo boy.
That's the notion.
True.
Not everybody with this kind of look is a Raz boy either.
True.
There could be a reason why he chose to be in it. Then that reason is what you will find out when he's done. You get. You could also, why you in a dread? I've had people come and I appreciate when they ask me, I'm in a dread because I started this because I wanted to do this. It's just that now it looks like a trademark look. I've tried to cut it countless times. Certain people know I always talk about it. I tease it. I'm like, I want to cut it, but Jeff, don't try it.
You really want to?
Nah,
I think you should do that.
Yeah, certain people won't like it. So I'm like, okay, maybe just one day I could just, all right, guys, it's gone. And that's
I
a new
have
thing.
joined the certain
Please
people.
don't do it. I beg.
As you can see, I have joined the certain people
Why?
that would say you
now.
shouldn't do that.
I think you should keep your dreads. Yes. Sincerely. All right, so tell us. You're laughing. Captain James is a very funny person.
I'm laughing at me.
All right, so tell us. You mentioned earlier that you're making money, or at a point you knew you needed to start making money.
Yeah.
So how did getting a degree, or has getting a degree helped with your finances?
Yes. And they use my certificate to make money too. So remember that PR person?
Yeah.
I'm a brand personnel. If I ride with your brand, I ride with your brand.
Right.
And all of the publicity ideas that I might have in a process or in a moment, it came from certain things I was taught. So in school that time, I was taught that the traditional media tools, print media, social media
media.
all of those flyers, I do shows, and those are the things I implement. So for this money I am making, in the magnitude I feel like I want to start making more. Yes, we are making some, but there's a goal. the Bali is playing it through every day, for that matter.
Right.
Every day.
So it
Must
was
be
worth
nice.
the investment.
Exactly.
It was a good one.
If you're reading one of the captions and there are blunders, you get tired.
True.
If it's one,
That's
you
so
see us with
true.
the PVO.
yeah,
POV.
it's POV,
like,
not PVO. You can't have his point
wrong
view.
captions
You
are
can't have his point view
annoying.
off.
Because they don't even know the meaning.
Aha,
lot.
they are
not
only
even go
seeing
there.
people using POV.
You don't even
And they
don't
don't
know
want to
it.
learn. That's the worst part.
So if one caption has a mistake at one point when you're just meeting someone, or maybe it could be a typo. If it happens twice, maybe this person missed it. Maybe they're in a rush. If it happens 3 times, then you're
one
asking
no
yourself
go
questions
school.
like, wait, does this person really know what they're
Are
typing?
you really asking?
Then when it happens again, nah, definitely no.
Maybe the person's screen don't crack. So
Or the keeper is not working.
That could be.
But there's autocorrect on the screen as suggestions on your keypad. So is that part also bad?
Maybe. It could be, you know.
So
it could be.
you made mention that you do shows, and what's your niche? Because I know in comedy we have those that give the intelligent jokes, we have those that give the normal, regular
Everyday.
jokes. Exactly. Then we have those that just come and just crack people up. But what's your line of comedy?
Satire. Satire comedy.
Explain it to them.
Yeah. You see that the quality is important.
Exactly.
yes, so-
This is where the literature in English comes.
Explain in layman language.
Satire because it talks about community. It covers everything: community, economics, politics.
Okay.
Yeah. So back in the day, it was these guys that did this guerrilla theater. That was their main thing. They were always against the opposition. So these guys went from point to point performing. They were like nomads. They were moving. That's guerrilla theater, and they used satire to address the issues of their government. That means, for me, theater is like the mirror of society. That's whatever is going on out there is what we should mirror in here. Sometimes theater has been used to project the future. Example: The Simpsons.
Yes, true.
Good. That's
A
theater.
lot of that.
So satire for me, because I find myself. It's not like I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
But I find myself very interested in all of the things that has to do with politics in Africa and all.
Okay.
And then I found out that, I also like to talk about it on some kind of broader scale. Then I thought, you know what, why don't you just make it what you want to do? Because it entails learning too. That's what all of the likes of Trevor Noah,
Exactly.
Capt Williams,
Yes.
those are the guys I watch. Alongside the Nigerian guys that are now starting to do. Bobby just started recently.
Okay.
I think he has seen that, this kind of comedy is the global scale kind of comedy. And if you know the kind of stages you want to conquer, you decide.
Yes.
Do you want to stay on this line or do you want to shift to this line? Basketmouth has done the same thing.
Yeah, true.
I watch him a lot, especially his PR videos. He's a genius. Then the guys that have been doing it from time immemorial, the likes of I think Gandoki has been doing it for a very
Exactly.
long time.
Yes, true.
Yeah, he made it a comedy volume thingy. So yeah, satire comedy, but the short form, I don't dwell so much on it. I just bring out the main ish.
Okay.
Like when my president was governing from France. Yeah, I also said I wanted to work from home at that time.
Yes, I saw that.
So all of those things,
working
just
from-
related to everyday life. On the bigger scale, on the smaller scale, this is what it would look like if I was doing what you are doing there.
Interesting.
Wonderful.
Back to your degree, yeah, and back to education. Do you think in this current society that we're living in the especially in the entertainment industry, many people are beginning to think that a degree is not necessary? Do you think?
As a matter of fact, they now believe it is.
They don't believe it is necessary.
Yeah, they now believe because you cannot dress up very fine like that and not have a degree.
Right. That's just
You see the kind of people that are around you, and you hear this one speaking so well, and they are speaking very confidently. And you, with your bad grammar, you want to speak confidently when you hear this person speak cleanly, and this one spoken very well, and this one spoken very well. Look, shame go catch you.
Yeah.
You might not show it. You
But
might want
you
to.
feel it somewhere
You might want to keep your steez intact.
Yeah.
But if you're called upon, a bit of your confidence would have gone down, especially if you're the one starting. if you've had like 4 or 5 keynote speakers and you're part of them, and maybe you're the 5th to go. So this first person came and wowed everybody, dropped motivational quotes. It was sweet, touched their minds. This one did their own, spoke fluently, clean. Bro. Then it's your turn and you're stuttering or you're stammering. That's value reduced for you.
Yes, true.
People in the crowd are going to be wondering, what's this person about? Or what are they trying to say? Education, in a way, would help in terms of clarity when you have to speak, when you have to let yourself pass information, values, what your vision is, what your goal is. All of these things are learned. There are processes that are learned. If you're not educated and you might have learned those things or you have those things, that means you were under someone that knows exactly what he was doing.
But that's still a form of education,
It's a form of education. So it's still education.
It's still education,
to an
yeah.
extent.
It's still education.
So if you're going to want to sideline education in today's world, in today's entertainment market, you're at a deficit already.
Sincerely.
Wow.
They will take you serious, but they won't
Life's
pay you
already winning you
serious.
1-0.
1-0.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So you just have to get a degree.
How was university networking for you?
Terrible.
Oh wow!
I'm honest. I said I want to be honest.
I said I find that hard to believe.
Why?
Because I think I've been seeing you. I think I follow you on social media to an extent, and you have a lot of friends.
Okay, maybe you didn't get them from school.
Maybe.
Boom.
Tell us about that, though.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Then I have
The introversy had a role. It's still there, yeah. So in campus, if it was not class, it was my bed. If it was not a show, maybe I was called upon to come and perform as JWs. It was my bed. Anything had to end up on my bed. So yeah, I was not really outside, always chilling outside with friends, with classmates. I didn't really go to parties in school as at that time. I was taking my life serious. But towards the end, I'm like, oh, okay, I think I've missed this particular point. Because, okay, so it already started to look like this is where I was tilting to.
Yeah.
And if I was smarter, my first base would have been my classmates.
Yes.
That would have been my first. So it was a wrong takeoff, but my job made up for it.
Okay.
The guys I served, yeah, those are the guys that are now my guys.
So you started networking
Yeah, I
at
started
some
networking
point.
there.
more from outside school. Meeting people, telling them, oh, it is what it is now. So yes, it was after school.
Must be
Okay.
nice.
So there's a
School
lot
was
of
terrible.
people then in school because some people never, in fact, most people, what they are into now, they never planned that this was what I was going to become. So
Yeah.
15 years back in your life, would you actually say you will still want to be an entertainer presently?
No, 15 years back, this decision was made in 2020.
Oh, that's like recent.
Yeah, that COVID year when the whole world was resetting.
You just decided
you
that.
yourself,
Yeah,
you
that was
just
very
said.
reset. That was very reset.
Had to make
That was
people
very
laugh.
reset.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Actually.
You know,
There's a video on my phone so I made at the start of 2020, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do yet, but I hope at the end of the year I have clarity.
yeah.
That was the year.
Wow.
And I'm sure you had clarity.
Okay. So in the spirit of 15 years ago, I didn't know what to do. 5 years ago, did you know you'd be in media?
Well, no, I didn't.
What were you thinking you would be?
I don't think the random guys in our age group ever thought of media like that.
Exactly,
We're only
yeah.
a few.
Yes, maybe only a few people
What were you
around
thinking you
this
were going to
age.
do?
Well, I'm a trained teacher, so
You see,
I remember secondary school, I wanted to be a doctor.
there's
For,
that.
hand for touch people.
what about you? You asked.
Yes, you asked. So
you
you
I'm supposed to be in the hospital wearing
white or
Yes, you
white.
went white.
No, not this type of white, but yes.
So to tie things together, you mentioned that you do shows. Do you
Yeah.
have anything coming up? Do you have any?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on. So
Okay.
thank you for giving me the platform. I'll take it well. It's called Cruiser Captain Jeff.
Okay.
Yeah, Cruiser Captain Jeff prior to last year was a 3-year plan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I noticed it, and it's happening on my birthday.
Oh.
So this year's theme will be titled Facts Like That.
Okay. Like dots
Yeah,
or
like
that.
facts. You know, I play on words a lot. So
Okay, yeah, I heard that.
I wanted to
Showing
say
dots.
the first time the idea came, it was facts like that, like THAT.
Okay.
And then I'm like, no, I want it to be more more artistic. So I'm like,
Creative.
since I'll be speaking a lot of harsh truths that folks might not want to hear or align with, there's only one thing that goes straight when you throw it and it pierces. Either a knife, but knives don't go pew. It's only a spear, an arrow, or dart. And that was the smallest, so I'm like, I'm just throwing it. Pew.
So fast.
Straight to your drums.
Okay.
I like the sound of it. I like the
So
sound.
yeah,
when
facts
is
like
it
that.
happening?
When
6th of July.
you don't want to
Yeah.
invite me? Come on.
No,
As in,
of
and
course,
I'd love there's cake.
As in, there's
I'd
his birthday,
love-
there's cake. So come on.
Give
You're
us
the ones
location.
bringing the cake.
Give us location.
We come to
Wait.
laugh.
We say we're the ones bringing the cake, but
Yes.
okay.
I didn't even hear that part. Give us location.
Okay.
But yeah, I will stick to that. But it's at Ehizwa Event Center.
Okay.
Opposite that ITV Glass House on Airport Road.
Okay.
And it's happening on 6th of July by God's grace. Not by God's grace. I feel like I'm a time freak. So gates open by 4 p.m. Main event starts by 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be done as quickly as possible. We'll go for the after party / my birthday party.
After
Timeless.
party.
It's happening at Timeless Club there, so yeah, we're good.
Okay, ticket policy.
Ticket policy, we have the students pocket friendly one, 5K.
Okay.
If you feel like you want to step it up, there's the 10K package. Then if you want to sit at the table, is 30. And then we have the table tickets for 10, 300 and 500.
What if I want to bring my table?
Exactly.
Then you stay outside the hall.
What if you want to bring our table and chair?
This one, it can fit outside the hall.
Close to the bouncer.
No, you'll be farther. I didn't want you to
You'll be outside the gate.
Yeah. That kind of vibe.
But all right, that sounds good. If you need tickets or if you want tickets to this show, come on the comment section.
5 Screens Media.
5 Screens Media.
Follow them.
Follow.
Like.
Okay, beautiful people. It has been an amazing time here with Captain Jeff.
Thank you.
And of course, I want
Thank
to
you.
thank the amazing trio, Debby Billions, Edafe the Mouthpiece,
Sweet man.
and my beautiful self, the Gen Z of the house. Thank you so
You're the
much.
Gen Z?
Yes, I'm the Gen Z of the house. Oh, wow. You didn't believe that. You thought she was.
No words. No words.
I forgive you. I forgive
Thank you, your benevolence.
I forgive you. Anyways, we also want to thank our amazing sponsors, Ico Gas, our restaurant, and
This glam.
thank you for making us look so beautiful today. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so we say,
Assalamu. Bye.